Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our penultimate Thy Kingdom Come reflection. Good to be with you again on this Saturday. Theme of today is the sound of silence. You may not quite get the silence today. There's some work going on in the background. Our reading comes from the first book of Kings. God said, "Go out and stand on the mountain before the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by." Now there was a great wind, so strong it was splitting mountains and breaking rocks in pieces before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. And after the wind, an earthquake. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, a fire. But the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, a sound of sheer silence. When Elijah heard it, he wrapped his face in his mantle and went out and stood at the entrance of the cave. Then there came a voice to him that said, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" And our reflection. Silence has always been a part of spiritual practice, but many have never tried it. Solitude and silence can help us hear from God because we can easily lose sensitivity to that still small voice in the noise and activities of our lives. In silence, you realize how little you hear that voice at other times. Silence can be hard. Life is busy, and trying to find a space and time for silence can be difficult. You have 1,000 thoughts like, what's for dinner? But the beauty of silence is that it's not God speaking through someone else, such as in a sermon or a Christian book, but God speaking directly to you. And so our action suggested for today is to try silent prayer for 5 minutes, even if it's difficult. Make a note afterwards of anything God seemed to say to you through thoughts or feelings that come into your mind. And our prayer today, it simply says in the prayer journal, be silent. You don't want to do that listening, looking at me, so I'm going to disappear for a moment, and I'm sorry, it won't be silent. But you can either stay looking here or find your own place for silence today. Let's be silent together. And just to finally say, we'll be back tomorrow on the day of Pentecost for our final one in this series of reflections over the Thine Kingdom Come period. Good to have been with you this morning, and I hopefully see you tomorrow.